he's the toupee king. We sit down with a man who perfected Sinatra's hairpiece as he dishes the dirt on which Hollywood hunks are covering up bald spots.
You might be surprised to find out that many of your favorite male stars need a little enhancement of their hairline. I'm talking about. Well, Emily Francis tracked down the toupee king of New York. She joins us now to expose a trend among men that is more common than you might think. What about it, Emmy?
Except for you, Jim. Rumors are that many of the hottest stars wear a rug, but a local hairstylist claims plugs and Rogaine make hair loss look actually more obvious. So he's taking the stigma out of wearing a toupee by making them invisible.
4 fingers, we trace out the hairline all the way around.
Bensonhurst native Joseph Paris has been the king of the New York toupee industry for decades.
What is it about your style and expertise that you can make a toupee that doesn't look like a toupee?
40 years of experience and loving what you do, Emily.
Hair of gold, eyes of blue.
And he has the star-studded clients to prove it.
This is early Francis. And then as the years went by, he got grayer and grayer and grayer.
From Frank Sinatra.
Was Frank Sinatra ashamed or embarrassed that he wore a toupee, or was he open with it?
You couldn't talk about it. And that goes for anyone who wears a hairpiece.
To Andy Warhol, Charlie Sheen.
I gave him lightning strikes back in here when he played Wild Thing.
Law & Order SVU's Chris Maloney, and even the late King Hassan of Morocco, who paid him $2,000 a day.
They put me, I thought I was going to go play tennis. I have tennis shoes on, and they put me in an army outfit.
Joseph kept his head on his shoulders as his business changed with the advent of Rogaine and hair transplant surgeries.
Hair transplants are like scattered weeds on a parking lot. They said, don't worry, it's like a bee sting. The bee that stung my head was the size of Cleveland. If you wish, let me have your hand here and touch that bump when they hit a nerve.
But these days,
if someone comes up to you and says that's a nice wig you're wearing or a nice hairpiece, it's not a nice hairpiece. It's got to be totally undetectable.
And that's why Joseph says he and his team are the best in the business.
The key is to put one single strand at a time, bleach the knots so that it appears to be growing right out of the scalp. Notice how it's lighter in front and gradually gets darker into his own hair. The front is 3 shades lighter than the back, and the sides are 2 shades lighter than the back. And then we add highlights.
Do you feel at all that there's like any kind of stigma with the fact that you have to wear a hairpiece?
I put my attitude in it. When I look at this, I believe that this is my own hair.
It gives him the confidence. I love what I do. At 72, I wouldn't still be doing this.
Joseph also gives back. He doesn't just work with men. He also works with Make-A-Wish Foundation and the American Cancer Society and makes custom wigs for men, women, and children who undergo chemotherapy. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Emily, whatever it takes to look good and feel good, right? That's what I say.